Wait. Sonic Heroes, as in Peak Fiction, Go, one of the greatest Sonic games of all time, is set to get a remastered? Oh, this sounds like fun. Well, in any case, it is indeed speculation time for the Sonic fanbase, and while some are striking that iron hot with the idea that a Sonic Heroes remaster, port, remake, or whatever it is heading our way, I'm just happy to say that one of the best Sonic games of all time is finally getting some goddamn spotlight for a few days. Let's go, baby! Of course, despite the fact that many do suck at this game and think that the level design is bad or janky, which it kinda is, but we'll talk more about that later, this idea of a remaster is something that I think helps us understand the idea and focus of what Sega is trying to do, even if it totally ends up not happening, and this is just typical Sega marketing being, well, typical Sega marketing. But hey, let's be honest here, that Sonic and Friends show looks kinda goofy. Wait, Sonic has short quills here. We can't have that. Anyways, whether or not a Sonic Heroes remaster does happen, here are at least some things I think are worth mentioning when it comes down to at least hoping for this speculated remaster and what I would want to see Sonic Team do this time around, and that hopefully it doesn't become another Sonic Colors Ultimate or Sonic Origins. Like, the reason I say this is because these remastered and ports are done in such a terrible manner, ruining the once great qualities of the original game and modernizing it in an effort to promote the preservation of these games, since to buy the original copies nowadays, yeah, get ready to fight your wallet. But Sega's idea of preservation, however, just isn't a good one, because as far as I'm aware, Sega has never really been giving it their all in that department in enhancing the quality of life of their remaster ports, unlike what other remasters have done, like the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, or even the Skyward Sword HD port for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, again, look at the way Sonic Colors Ultimate looks, with that weird graphical upscaling and buggy mess with frame rate issues, and this is coming from a guy who liked Pokemon Scarlet and Violet here. In Sonic Heroes' case, it shouldn't deserve any of that if that possibility of the remaster were to happen. It needs some time to cook and stir carefully, and the reason why I'm even stressing it in the first place is mainly because Sonic Heroes alone is a janky Sonic game with its controls and level design, despite the fun fact that it is actually a really good Sonic game. What Sega and Sonic Team needs to do here is to take measures very seriously and to ensure that the controls for once are fixed and grounded, so that Sonic and the gang don't have that slippery feet syndrome that makes progressing through the stage feel like a chore at times, and to ensure that the mechanics are well-rounded for each type. Speed needs to feel like you're actually speeding through the stage without suddenly stopping in the middle of it and falling down the loop-de-loops at times, and power needs to have that oomph factor when there's an enemy gauntlet in place, and flying needs to be regulated to the degree that makes it efficient enough to use, because the totem pole design they chose for it is way too damn annoying at times. Additionally, the stage designs need to be fixed as well, and of course not dramatically unless it becomes a straight remake where they use the asset design of the current modern Sonic models, but just enough that allows the player to feel like they are enjoying it out of fun and not so much out of spite, like I did back when I played this on the GameCube in 2007 along with Shadow the Hedgehog, where, yeah, guns, edgelord, I am all of me, we get it, overused jokes here, Plus, at the end of it all, it's just pretty cool to think about the fact that a 3D Sonic game from the adventure era or the early 2000s is being remastered or even in the conversation piece, because as far as I'm aware, modern Sonic nowadays still has the meta era taint thrown all over his fur, and it still sucks after the Sonic fans who grew up with that Sonic never got to experience the Sonic that we grew up back in the early 2000s. Whether or not we saw his snarkiness or carefree attitude with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, the storybook duology, or even Sonic 06, Sonic Heroes gave us a Sonic where he really gave zero damn and went with emotions alongside his friends to save the day from Eggman or whatever malevolent force was out there to throw hands. Pair all that with the music this game also has, boy, you are missing out on what this game is made of. And with that so-called remaster version, we can see more of that revival of this modern Sonic, since Sonic Team wants to bring back this Sonic for fans and to right the wrongs of what the meta era did in terms of his characterization. Sonic Heroes Remastered would be that perfect little thing to remind people why we love Sonic, and people who will be playing it for the first time why we love this era of Sonic 2. But of course, speculation is speculation. We may never know if this will indeed happen. Hell, I think the chances of this happening tomorrow or even by the time this video is uploaded might very well happen and totally invalidate this entire video's longevity. But hey, that's a price to pay for the sake of speaking about Peak Fiction. Anyways, that's all I really have to say for now, so just comment down below your thoughts and all that kind of stuff. See you with the next one, hopefully with some camera bits this time around, and honestly, go play some early 2000s Sonic if you haven't, because trust me, you got some really cool stuff.